Alright, let's go ahead and start our dive. Plenty of red underneath us here. B-36. Good hits. G51. Couldn't quite get the nose down the way I wanted. Think that ought to do it. Let's go ahead and reload. Gain some altitude. Head over towards this Key 32. Battle. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Poigi here, Sitrep Biz. We're in the HE-112 B-1 for the Italians, really the Hungarian aircraft. We're on course and full down tier in this, so yeah, we're going to feel a little bit bad, but not terribly. Got 220 mils on this, also a couple 30 cals, which I forgot to reload all that, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can grab this F3F anyway. Yep, he's down. Still 12 more cannon rounds, not quite as much as I'd like, but enough to probably get a kill here. Alright, so we don't want to get trapped in the furball there. HE-112 is very good at climbing. It's a fast aircraft. What it's not good at is getting into those turn fights in the furball, so we'll just use it as the energy fighter that it is. Just stay out of the furball, get some energy, do some like sweeping passes at the at your opponents, then just reload and do it again. Let's see if we can get some shots in this P-36. Good hits. He did hit our pilot a little bit, but he's doing all right. Let's see, I-15 and an HE-51. Let's get the 51. He wasn't turning quite as much as the other guy. We'll come over towards this P shooter. Alright, out of the 20 mils. I want to reload for those. Let's see if we can get them with 30 cals. Yeah, we're looking good. Alright, again, reload, regain the energy, and turn back towards our opponents. That's pretty much it, man. Rinse and repeat. Stay on your side of the battle like we talked about. That way, if you get in trouble, your buddies will come help before his buddies will come help him. And usually the guys who will be in the furball, your opponents will, and they're just looking at the other guys in the furball, so they're not really looking for you to come in and do those sweeping passes that we're doing, energy fighting them. It's good. There he is. He's over here. So we're getting a little bit too far on our opponent's side of the map right now, but sometimes it's the only place to find him. Especially in situations like this where I don't think they're... No, they did end up getting full teams on both sides. Alright, so 112's probably the target we want to get. Very similar aircraft to ours. Just doesn't have our guns. Or cannons, I should say. He does have our guns. Another 112. Decent hits there. Say somebody's shooting us. So we're gonna try and hang this F3F up. It's not a perfect plan just because we're more on their side of the battle. Let's go full flaps here. He looks like he's out of energy. Yeah, his engine's out. Alright, just the 30 cals now. Now we can go ahead and back off and reload. We have 2C coming in, got that F3F. Should be able to outrun him. So if you can, you get in a situation like this, just drag them over to where your friendlies are. Got a nice group of 3 or 4 of them here. Get them to engage the F3F or get him to back off like he just did, and he can just loop back around and get after him. So always good to be in a group with your friendlies. It really doesn't matter how good of a pilot anybody is. If they're going up against 4 guys, they're just not going to do it. I mean, maybe a couple times out of 100 they'll get that lucky, but for the most part, they can guarantee themselves a loss. All right, he's down, checking on the Stuka. A few guys behind us here too. Our Fury's going after him, but that Stuka has a tail gunner, and the Fury's guns just aren't very good, so we're going to go ahead and keep pressing towards. Yeah, the cannons will take care of it. All right, again, reload. Gain some altitude, head over to where the fur ball is, and get ready to just dive on it. Looks like we're a little bit behind in tickets, so we're either going to have to kill them all, or maybe one of our teammates will start hitting some grounds. But really, it doesn't concern me as much to win the game, quote-unquote, by hitting the ground targets. I find that ground targets just too easy, right? They're predictable, they go in a straight line. I'd rather go against some opponents that are unpredictable. So, I don't mind if we end up losing the game, as long as we have a good game against the players and get some air kills. Alright, F2A is going first because he's got good guns, very maneuverable. Potentially a big problem for us. 109. He's down. And the BF2. Not going to wait to reload. We got a numbers advantage. So I'm less worried about building up the energy. Maybe I should have reloaded. Out of cannons. There we go. He's down. They still got 4 players coming back, so we'll stay on it. Stuka up high. A couple guys down low. You always know it's a Stuka by that sound. Alright, he's hitting our grounds. Was going to turn with him, but I saw this guy coming up on us. Didn't want to leave him to jump in behind us on one of those turns. Alright, let's get back after the Stuka. Somebody's shooting at us. There he is. So I-15, much more maneuverable than we are. Also lighter airframe, should be able to outclimb us, but somehow he's out of energy here. Not quite sure what he did. Maybe his engine was shot up. Alright, they're down. Let's reload. Helping that my teammates are not doing a very good job shooting guys down, so they just get them to turn, and we get to jump over there and get some shots into them. Heading after the HE-51, they got one. Looks like he's going back to their airfield. HE-51's just trying to avoid. I know he's going after our buddy. Nice thing about that is you know exactly where he's going to turn. He's going to go wherever your buddy goes, so a lot easier to lead them when they're chasing your friends. And we're pretty close to losing this one. There it goes. Oh well, that was a good run. Do me a favor, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments section. Those 3 things help out the channel, and I always appreciate it. Also, if you're interested in joining some guys, joining the squadron, STACT stacked, Just looking for like-minded people that want to go out there and kind of help each other learn about the game and share some tricks of the trade with each other. So let's take a look at how we did. We ended up with 21 kills. We ended up with Hero of the Sky and Survivor. So HE-112 B-1. That was a full down tier. You know, obviously we're experienced pilots and going up against some noobs there. So a little bit of SEAL clubbing. But the 112, those 20 millimeter cannons are fantastic for the BR that it's at. Sits at 2.3. Great energy fighter, great climber, all the things. So I think that'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. America!
Fuck yeah! To say this fucking day, yeah!
Beautiful.